Thanks for watching another episode of Slim J TV. And this is going to be a spooky episode, but it's going to be on the new series I'm making about real life stories. Real life stories about anything in my life. But this one's about the hauntings that me and my family had when I was younger. Especially me and my dad, but I'll just call this part one. I'll talk about one story at a time with this haunting, and it's real life, and that's why I've been spiritual, because at a young age I've seen these things. But before we get into it, I would like to shout out to a subscriber, Melissa. Let's see if it'll focus. Thank you for subscribing, and if you want to be shouted out in the next video, like, comment, follow, leave me a message or something in the comments, and we'll build this channel one step at a time. But yeah, where should I start? So this house, it was in Camas, Washington. I lived by, at the time, Dorothy Fox Elementary School, and I was really young. I was in elementary school. I have bad memory, so I don't remember my exact age, but I know I was in elementary school. I was probably in around 3rd or 4th grade. And this story I'm talking about is later on in the hauntings, but it's one of the biggest ones because my brothers, Austin and Trey, can vouch for it. And it was just a normal day, and we were in the kitchen having dinner. Everybody was there, my older brother and my younger brother, and they were sitting beside me, and we're sitting at the kitchen island, okay, and we're having dinner. My dad's over here on the right side behind me and my brothers, standing up eating dinner. My mother was standing on the other side of the kitchen island. And then me and my father were talking about these things that were happening to me and him specifically. It was mostly just me and my father that would have these things happen to us. And some of the things that would happen, one of the first things that happened to me, because honestly, I didn't believe my dad at the time, because we all thought he was crazy. You don't believe it till it happens to you. But one day I get in the shower and I get a burning sensation. I'm getting chills just talking about this story, but this is real life. I get burning sensations, and I'm a kid. And my back's burning, so then I get out of the shower and I put my back to the mirror and I look over my shoulder. I have a big scratch along my back, and that was one of the first occurrences I had with this entity. And let's go back to the kitchen. That was on a different event, but in the same house. So yeah, we're sitting at the kitchen table and me and my dad are speaking about these things that are happening to us. And what's interesting is my mom was like, don't talk about it or you'll give it power, and she like slammed her hands on the table. And my brother Austin and Trey, they hadn't had any issues with this entity or seen it. But so here's the kitchen table, we're sitting behind it, my mom's on the other side of the island, and my dad's on the other side. So the kitchen table's right here, okay, and there's a hallway that goes across right here, and then a hallway to come down, and then there's the front door over here. Well, in this hallway, so here's the kitchen table, there's a hallway, and then you have to go around the corner to get into the kitchen. Well, in this hallway, it's right by the banister, so they have the stairway, and then we had a wall right here, and we had pictures on the wall. And the pictures on the wall, yeah. And then right when my mom slammed her hands on the table, whatever. And also behind the kitchen table, behind us is the garage door. So it's like it's about 10 feet behind us. And as she does that, the picture, we didn't know till it came around the corner, like, and it slammed against the garage door, but it flew off the wall and went around the corner behind us and then went and hit the garage door. So its trajectory was like a U shape, but it went 3 directions in like a curvature. So it came off the wall, went around the corner behind us, and then hit the garage door 10 feet behind us. And then my older brother Austin, being goofy, he ran to the picture, and he's like, I bet I can guess whose picture this is. And then of course it was my picture. And whenever I try to talk to my older or younger brother to encourage them in the faith of God, I always remind them of that happening, because it happened, and I try to always retell that story, because you have to know that happened, and you can't deny that happened, and you have to come to an understanding of what that thing was. But that's it on part 1 of this series of true life stories. But thank you for watching another episode of Slim J TV. Catch you on the flip side.